Yeah, we have 3 minutes to Lady from Wauconda Township.
I'm not on my point. So it'll be a different topic.
Is it working?
It isn't.
I think he bumped
That's
it.
right, I love
He bumped it.
Start timing.
I know there's an on-off switch somewhere, I'm just not sure where it is.
Oh, now you're in trouble. So, based on the last meeting, I understand the village is pursuing a quote from CENTCOM for 911 outsourcing. I'm going to make these more as topics instead of questions. I hope we are soliciting other agencies to get comparative bids as we did in the past. I hope we are appeasing the villages we currently service, specifically Lakemore and Tower Lakes, and do not cease pursuing others. I believe it's been ceased, but we should continue that relationship. I was looking over fire district board meetings, and I've not seen a presentation of this same outsourcing to the fire district. So I was kind of surprised the village got that prior to the fire district getting a CENTCOM presentation. I'm also surprised that CENTCOM themselves weren't present at the meeting to make the presentation. I'm making an effort to speak to senators and county representatives to see exactly how we're affected by the SB 96. Well, how does that affect Wauconda? I hope our trustees pursue the same situation in an effort for transparency and not relying on 2 people or 3 people in this village telling us what to do. As far as financials, I know the trustees asked to have a financial person put in place or recognized or done. Are we going to get our financials audited? There are some pretty big jumps in revenue for the police department. I know there was a concern about overtime 6 months ago, and then it wasn't brought up again this time. Overtime on police, overtime on dispatch. It directly affects our revenues and expense stream, and it should be looked at thoroughly. Police Chief Yost has made an announcement that he's retiring. That's an agreement that's in place. I hope that is a solid agreement, and we are moving forward with either a not interim, I don't want to use that word, but temporary person until a new person is put in place. And lastly, the memorial. I saw a table at the memorial at Wauconda Fest soliciting memorial markers, which is great. I'm hoping that the village is monitoring if the steps that were supposed to be taken are being taken, and we're not going to be breaking ground without a plan in place, without the funding in place. I hope you know the village of Wauconda is listed as the place to send money. The village of Wauconda's phone number is on the brochure, and it says Mayor Frank Barton said if you said you're doing this as an independent, not as mayor, but as an independent effort, and everything kind of leads to the village sponsor, looks like the village is sponsoring, and that might not be what the trustees are looking for. So hopefully that's just all being followed, and we're not going to get a surprise when the ground's broke and we already have a memorial that's kind of in disrepair. Our current Veterans Memorial, if you look at it, is in disrepair. It needs repair. Don't know where that funding comes from, but don't want another situation like that. So thanks.